I'm here today to discuss with you the importance of cutting out processed sugar in our everyday diet. But first, how many of you have had a drink from Starbucks lately? Or even a soda? I hate to break it to you, but both of these drinks have a ton of processed sugars in them. And processed sugars have such a negative health impact. And after I'm done with my speech today, I hope you understand why we should cut out processed sugars from our diets. In my speech today, I'm going to discuss what processed sugars exactly are, how they differ from natural sugars, how much we should consume every day, and what happens when we do eat too many sugars. According to the Cancer Treatment Center of America, processed or refined sugars come from sugar cane or sugar beets, which are processed to extract their sugar, hence the name processed sugars. We use this type of sugar, usually in the form of the white cane sugar or brown sugar, to sweeten cakes, cookies, even fruits. Food manufacturers do it a little differently. They add chemically produced sugar, which is terrible for our bodies, usually in the form of high fructose corn syrup, to almost any food and beverage. Crackers, yogurt, salad dressings, just to name a few. This is completely different from natural sugars, which in the form of lactose in milk and fructose in fruit have an important role in all of our diets because they provide essential nutrients that keep the body healthy and prevent diseases. Now, according to the American Heart Association, the maximum amount of added sugars is about 9 teaspoons. This is broken down to men and women, and men should have about 9 teaspoons, while women about 6. Now again, according to the American Heart Association, the average adult eats nearly 22 teaspoons. That is 3 times the recommended amount. Now obviously, this has a negative impact on our bodies. And according to the Forbes magazine, too much sugar is linked to every disease from metabolic syndrome to cancer. Now specifically, it has been associated with obesity, type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, certain cancers, tooth decay, liver disease, and much, much more. Added sugar is the single worst ingredient in the modern diet. And if you want to be healthy, you really shouldn't be eating it at all. But according to authoritynutrition.com, sticking to real, single ingredient food is your best bet in avoiding high processed sugars. And avoiding sugar altogether is extremely difficult because it stimulates the same areas in the brain as drug use, which is one of the biggest reasons why it's hard to kick this sugar addiction. To start out, avoid some of these following foods: soft drinks, fruit juices, candies and sweets, baked goods, and even dried fruits. Some personal tips: drink water instead of soda. And instead of sugar in your baking recipes, use things like cinnamon, nutmeg, banana, or even lemon. And be creative with your recipes. You can make almost anything without processed sugar. And most importantly, read your nutrition labels. Find out what's in your food. Even healthy food sometimes has tons of processed sugar in them to mask the fat that manufacturers are taking out. Be aware that sugar does come in all forms, like the high fructose corn syrup, glucose, dextrose, almost anything ending in the suffix OSE, and so much more. At the end of the day, it's about finding out what works for you personally. Added sugars impact our health in a very negative way, leading to many health problems in our day-to-day lives. There are many ways to cut these sugars out of our diets, but it's all about experimenting in what works in your own personal life. I hope that today you learned something about sugars in your diets, and I hope that you think about what's in your foods and try to cut out processed sugars in your diet. Thanks.